There's a new you. There's a new you inside of you that has to bloom. There is also an old you that's longing to transition, longing to release your leaves like the leaves of fall release theirs. And just like the trees of fall reinvent themselves so that they can bloom, are you willing to do the same? Are you going to allow the seeds to be sown? Are you going to allow your leaves to fall? Are you going to release and trust this season? It's time to reinvent yourself for fall, and here's how you're gonna do it.
Hey guys, it is that time of year! Here is a video about reinventing yourself for the fall. I love talking about reinventing yourself for specific seasons, and it's that time of year to start reinventing yourself for the fall. Number one is to figure out what leaves need to fall. Fall is all about transitioning. Fall is about releasing your leaves. Because fall is about releasing your leaves, shedding your layers, shedding your skin, you need to figure out ways to release the things that you've been harboring onto, the things that you've been struggling with. Maybe you're struggling with your healing. Maybe you have friends that you need to let go of. Maybe you have mindsets in general that you need to let go of. You need to look back at your life, especially over the summertime, things like that, and figure out what needs to be let go of. And I feel like if you're planning on reinventing yourself, you cannot go into the fall season with like a bunch of baggage, with a bunch of like things that are holding you back. You can't go into the season without trying to release and shed different layers. Obviously, yes, it's gonna take time, and I don't know, maybe it might take longer than just a fall season for you to reinvent yourself, but it is time to put the focus on releasing yourself and stop clinging on to certain things that you do not need to cling on to anymore, things that you need to heal from. Therapy is a great way to work on releasing yourself from things that you've been harboring and clinging onto. Also, journal practices are a good way to release yourself and heal also. I have a video on journaling and different journal practices that you can do, whether it's like insecurity journaling or healing journaling, and healing your inner child, or like just healing your toxic traits or mindsets. Go ahead and watch that video. It's really good, and I give you all the tips that I have for journaling. But essentially, you have to think about fall as a transitional period, as a time for you to just become like renewed, so that by the spring and summertime, you are the best version of yourself. You're the healed version of yourself. Think about the things that you really wanted to work on in the summer. We've all felt like we had to reinvent ourselves in the summer, and then summer came around and then we're like, oh my God, I didn't have time to reinvent myself. So think about fall being that preparation season for the spring and the summer. Now that you have figured out what you have been clinging onto and what needs to be let go of, figure out what seeds need to be planted in this season. What do you want to accomplish this year? What do you want to accomplish in this year? We wait up until January to reinvent ourselves, to create goals. Fall is the best time to do that. Fall is the best time to have a quote-unquote new year. You know, this is your new year, okay? And I feel like it's the best time because like you're starting early, basically. You're not waiting to the new year. You're starting in September. Do you know how much further along you are going to be? Do you know how much further along you're going to be if you started right now, if you started today? Figure out what seeds need to be planted. And what I mean by that is, if you feel like you need to go back to school, go enroll in that course, go enroll in that program that you need to enroll in. If you feel like you need to work on your skincare because by summertime you want to be able to not wear as much makeup in the summertime because it's hot or whatever, but you feel like you need to work on your skincare, it is the perfect time to do that. Like, you're inside the house, it's a little bit colder, like it's the perfect time to work on things like that. It's literally the perfect time to work on things that you know by summertime you would want, or like whatever you have to work on. People also go out less in the fall time, in the winter time. So start budgeting, start saving, figure out what seeds need to be planted, and then put in that action, put in that motion to get you where you need to be. Figure out what the top 3 things that you want to happen by summertime and go after it. Start planting those seeds so by spring and summer they're blooming. Number 3 is to practice going ghost, and pretty much practice saying no. Okay, hear me out. I know I kind of talk about this a lot in my channel, but I think fall and winter time is the best time to start practicing saying no, and also the best time to kind of quote unquote go ghost. Now, I'm not saying cut off all your friends and don't hang out with people in the fall and winter time. That is not practical, and certainly this year I have learned the most that friends are so important to balance your life out. It is so important to have your friends around, so I'm not saying like cut them off. However, I'm saying this is the perfect time and season if you are a chronic people pleaser to start practicing saying no and start putting in action towards your goals when you know you need to put into action, rather than just going like and hanging out with your friends instead of like putting in action towards your goal. The reason that I feel like this is the perfect time to practice saying no and like quote unquote go ghost is because in the summertime I feel like there's so many things to do. There's so many like pool parties and things that you want to do, or like events, pools, concerts, all that. Fall and winter time, I feel like things kind of slow down. People typically stay in the house more, and I feel like it'll be easier for you to say no if you are a people pleaser. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it may be easier for you. And then also what going ghost and saying no does for you is it really does help your reinvention journey. It really does help you to reinvent yourself, because when you say no, you're able to start focusing on the things that you need to focus on. Okay, so think of it like this. You're saying no because you have to focus on your goals. You have to focus on your dream life, okay? You're not saying no because you don't want to hang out with your friends. You're saying no because eventually in a year, you're going to be where you want to be. Like by this time, fall next year, you're going to be where you want to be, right? And I just think fall and winter time is the perfect time to just kind of go ghost and focus on your goals. Since we have talked about going ghost and saying no more, the next tip is to romanticize your alone time. This is the best tip on here, okay? Like I said, fall is about getting back into your routines, staying in more, just enjoying your time by yourself. And I think romanticizing your alone time is so important because, for one, it helps you figure out what you want in your life, okay? If you are trying to reinvent yourself, you need to release yourself from the noise of other people, the noise of what they would want you to do in your own life, the noise of what they feel like their opinions about you. Like, you need to take a step back and figure out what you would like in your life, right? What do you want? And the way to do that is to start romanticizing your alone time, okay? You need to learn how to be alone. Once you're alone, you're able to think clearly. You're able to be like, hey, what is it that I want? What is it that I want to do? What kind of goals do I have? What do I need to achieve? What are the physical things that I want to work on? What are the mental things that I want to work on for myself? Like, tip on romanticizing your alone time is, one, creating an environment full of happiness, okay? Decorating your apartment the way you want to, like decorating it for fall and romanticizing that. Or if you don't have an apartment, decorate your room for fall and romanticizing that. Even if it's just like fall candles or fall scents, like get something that's going to romanticize your fall season so that you can get in the spirit and get in this vibe of like, okay, I'm working on myself. This is my season. This is my season of renewal. This is my season of transition. Those things really do help to romanticize your alone time. Not only that, just in general, creating softness in your environment, okay? I'm all about creating softness in my environment now. So the way that I would create softness in my environment is to start romanticizing cooking for myself, romanticizing doing solo dates inside the house, like painting and maybe doing a paint and sip by myself, or cooking for myself, or also going out and doing hobbies by myself. Maybe I want to go like pumpkin patch picking. What is that called? Pumpkin? I don't know. Picking pumpkins. I feel like this season is just all about renewing yourself, trying to figure out what you want and putting forth the effort to go towards your goals. And because of that, I do think alone time is so essential, like on solo dates, all this stuff. I kid you not, the moment that I decided to reinvent myself, I was able to clearly think about what I wanted and how I felt because I was alone. You know, I spent so much time alone, and I realized that, dang, I don't want what people typically want from me, or what I don't want what I thought I wanted for myself. The whole time I was just surrounded by a bunch of noise, like social media and people, and you know. But the moment I stepped back and I started to
do hobbies by myself, take myself on solo dates, romanticize my life, you know, like enjoy my environment, that's when I was able to think clearly and be like, this is actually what I want. I have to go after this dream. This is the plan that I need to create to be able to be the woman that I see. It's all about tapping back into yourself, and the way you're going to do that is to romanticize your alone time. So my next tip is creating better habits. Not just that, but turning your summer habits into fall habits. What I mean by this is that typically in summer, we're not as on the top of our things as we should be because we're going out, maybe we're going to a concert, maybe we're just having fun with friends, going to a pool. Now, I want you to turn your summer habits into fall habits. And what I mean by that is think about who you want to be by next summer, what you want to look like by next summer, physically, mentally, what you want to feel next summer. I know a lot of us probably wanted to look good with our bodies this summer, right? Okay, so if you feel like this summer you weren't happy with how you looked, right? This would be the perfect time to start implementing an actual workout routine and actually sticking to it, right? This is the perfect time to start implementing a morning routine and actually sticking to it, right? Just like earlier when I was talking about the skincare thing, you know, for me, I need to work on my skin. It's really hot in Texas in the summertime, and I feel like by next summer I would love to wear less makeup. And I don't wear makeup just because of my skin. I love makeup in general, but it'd be nice to just wear like a BB cream or something, you know, and not feel like weird about my skin. So my focus this fall would be on my skin. It will be about building better habits with my skin, just things like that that are going to help you get to the woman that you want to be. Okay, so whether that's waking up earlier, journaling, meditating, establishing a morning routine, those kind of things is so perfect for the fall and the winter time. It's so crucial to get on a schedule in this season because of the fact that like you're gonna be indoors more, it's gonna be cooler, it's gonna be nicer, it's not as hot, it's not, you know, there's not always like things to do this season. I feel like this is, I don't know why, I just feel like the fall season is just a season of like wellness, of like getting back into your routine, drinking tea, you know, fall scents, fall smells. I don't know, girl, I just love the fall season. It's my favorite season ever. So think about this season as that season of renewal, like I said, and that season of just like creating new routines for yourself. Now let's talk about our fall attire. Okay, number one with fall clothing is to start putting up all your summer clothes. I debated about this, and I think I'm gonna actually do this, which I'm going to like fold up some of my summer clothes and then just put it up, fold it at the top or something of my closet, and start transitioning your summer clothes into like getting new fall things, right? Like I said, fall is all about transitioning. It's about releasing yourself from the old you. And I think a great way to do this is to also like look at all the clothes that you have been wearing summer and even last fall. It's time to look at your wardrobe and be like, hey, is this me anymore? What do I want to look like this season? Not even just in the fall season, but what do I want to look like in the summer season? Okay, if you find summer clothes that you're not going to wear next summer, please get rid of them. If you find clothes that you're not going to wear in this fall, get rid of them. Okay, fall is about renewal. Fall is about transitioning yourself into a new person. And I kid you not, if you are clinging onto things, if you're harboring onto things, you're not going to feel like the new person that you are. So you want to release yourself from all these things. Something as simple as like clothing might sound so simple, but it's not. I kid you not, there was one point in my life where I was like clinging onto old clothes that I used to wear, like, and it was a bunch of like club wear when I was like 21, and I'm 26 now, and I was like, why was I clinging onto this, thinking like, oh my god, I need it. And now I look back and I don't have them anymore. I still go out, you know, but I don't have the clothes that I was wearing before. And thank god I don't, because I just don't resonate with a lot of the clothes that I had before. And now that I have like new clothes, I just feel happier. I feel more free. I feel like I can breathe, and I just feel like it's my time to start being who I see in the mirror with my new clothing. So please get rid of any clothing that you're not going to wear anymore. The next thing too with the fall clothing is to also go on Pinterest and try to see what you want to look like this fall, and then
then also like the whole summer thing too, try to see what you would want to look like next summer also, so that it can kind of help you get rid of the clothing that you don't need. But also looking on Pinterest will help you to reinvent yourself this fall. So definitely utilize Pinterest, or just like go on Instagram and see what all the other girls are wearing. You don't have to follow the trends necessarily. I don't consider myself like somebody who only follows trends, but I think it's great for like inspiration if you need that inspiration. The next one is fall scents, and I don't mean just fall candles like I talked about earlier, but having a nice fall signature scent. Okay, there are so many fall signature scents out there, and TikTok is a great way to find your fall signature scent. Like I said, fall is for transitions and renewal and happiness, and like I love it. Obviously you can see I'm passionate about the fall, but I think it'd be so nice to have like a scent where you can associate like your reinvention journey with, and that you could look back at it and be like, dang, I remember this scent, like I remember smelling like this when I was reinventing myself, when I was, you know. And then also like having a nice scent to reinvent yourself with is so crucial. I kid you not, I could look so crazy, but I could smell so good and somebody give me a compliment and I just feel like that girl. The next thing I want to talk about is your hair. I feel like fall is a great time to reinvent your hair, just specifically because I think it's a great time, for one, to let your natural hair just kind of get a break, and you're able to like, also if you're able to establish a hair routine that is perfect. That is honestly how I got my long hair, as I gave my natural hair a break, but I also had a hair routine in place. So I had like a natural hair routine, but I also gave it a break with like sew-ins and wigs and all that. And I feel like that's the perfect time. It's the perfect time to do that, because I feel like there's fall colors, there's fall hair. Like the perfect fall hair to me is like long hair, straight, a wig. I love it. I don't know, but I feel like fall is a great time to play around with your hair this time around, because also it's not as hot, so you're not going to be like sweating your lace out or whatever, or just like sweating your hair out or whatever. Look up different hairstyles to do, maybe try different colors. I'm not really like somebody who wears a lot of different colors in my hair. I used to when I was younger, but it's a great time to, if you love color, to do like orange, reds. Try different things out, try to figure out what you like. This is all about reinventing yourself into the woman that you want to be. The next thing, and you guys know it's coming, is to establish a workout routine. It's the best time to start a workout routine. Okay, first of all, it's fall. You're in the house. You're in the house, whether you're doing a workout routine in the house or you're going to the gym. It is the best time, because you have almost a year until summer. Okay, you have about 10 months until summer. Why not start this workout routine so by summer you can feel and look your best? Okay, this is the best time to do it. This is the best time to start implementing workout routines. There are a lot of workout routines on TikTok. I know I found some that I love doing. Actually, I started consistently going to the gym, I think last year in October. By summer, I felt like I had my dream body. I love how my body is starting to look and how it's looking lately, and I just think it's because I started in the fall time. And if you dedicate yourself to a workout routine at least 3 times a week, think about how good you're gonna look in the summer and the spring. Okay, you're not gonna be scrambling this time around next year and talking about, oh my god, I need to work out, I need to work out, I need to look good for the summertime. No, babe, because you're gonna look good because you started in September, babes. So let's start now, so that by summer and spring you can be rocking your dream body and you can look good. And then also for your mental, and just to feel good, you know, just to feel good and feel how you want to be. Now, the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to reinventing yourself is your skincare. Okay, oh my goodness, skincare, I talked a little bit about it some more, but I think about fall as a great transitional period to start planting seeds, so that by summer or spring you can bloom, right? And I feel like skincare should be a big focus, because it's not too hot anymore. Now you can invest in like chemical peels, or invest in like just a really good esthetician, because it's not too hot, so that like, you know, you're not burning your skin. You know, it's the perfect time to start doing a skincare routine. So for me, my esthetician, I got an esthetician, and we we've been working on my skincare, and I think we're gonna start chemical peels like in the fall time because it's not too hot. It's the perfect time to do that, so that I don't get like a burn or anything. And then also like in the fall and winter time, your skin can be typically drier, so I think it's a great time to focus on self-care, moisturization of your skin. Some of my favorite products that I love to use to have like moisturized skin is the L'Occitane shower oil. That is amazing for my skin, like for to shave, but also just amazing all over my body. And when I get out the tub, I literally see my skin glowing. Another thing that I love is the Necessaire serum, the body serum specifically, and I love putting the La Roche-Posay moisturizer on there afterwards. I just feel like fall and winter time is a great time to put that attention on your skin because your skin is more dry. You know, it's just like the weather is a little bit different, so you want to start focusing on your skincare so that during the fall time you can look good. That is it for my how to reinvent yourself this fall time. I'm so excited and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope the noise in the background wasn't too much. I have to do some heavy editing, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what else you would like to see down below, and bye.